total of 6 Ppsht athletes from Riau Islands Province passed the selection for the 17 National Student Sports Week POMNas in West Sumatra Sumbar on 11 to 19 September 2022. The Riau Islands Province level selection was held at the Raja. In this selection at least 50 athletes competed from 12 Pencak Silat schools in Riau Islands on the 3rd to the 4th of September 2022. In this selection there are 50 athletes from 12 Pencak Silat colleges in the Riau Islands. Those who pass the selection will represent the Riau Islands Province at the West Sumatra POMNas, said the head of the Indonesian Pencak Silat Association IPSI, Bintan branch, Yuwono, who is also the Psht. In this provincial level selection, there were 6 Kepri PSHT athletes who passed the selection for POMNas in West Sumatra Province, including Class A Putri Rika Aprilia, Psht Bintan, Class B Putri Rika Psht Batam, Class A Putra Wicaksana, Psht Tanjung Pinang, Class C. Imam Pratama's son, Psht Tanjung Pinang, Class D Ronda Julianto, Psht Batam and Class E Aditya Fernando, Psht Bintan. Psht Riau Islands succeeded in qualifying 2 female and 4 male athletes from the 12 classes that competed because in the arts category no one dropped out, he said. For this reason, Yuwono hopes that activists will continue to be enthusiastic about developing Pencak Silat martial arts in their respective regions, because it is the original heritage of the Indonesian people from generation to generation. Support for sports facilities and coaching from the government is of course highly expected, so that the world of sports in the Riau Islands Province can progress and develop, and its athletes can make the region and nation proud. Pencak Silat, or known as Silat, is a traditional Indonesian martial art that pays attention to the beauty of movement in every move. Each region in Indonesia has its own unique style of Pencak Silat. This martial art has been recognized by UNESCO as a cultural heritage of the archipelago. However, Pencak Silat can also be found in various Asian countries, such as Malaysia, Brunei, the Philippines, Singapore and southern Thailand. Each country has its own name according to their local language, such as Gayong in Czech, Malaysia, and Singapore, Bersalat, Thailand, and Pasalat, Philippines. Pencak Silat comes from 2 words, namely, Pencak and Silat. The definition of Pencak is the basic movement of self-defense and is bound by rules. Meanwhile, Silat means perfect martial arts movements that originate from spirituality. Based on the Big Indonesian Dictionary KBBI, Pencak Silat is a game skill in self-defense with skills to parry, attack and defend oneself using or without weapons. As for the meaning of Pencak Silat, according to an expert named Bohori Ahmad, Pencak is a human nature to defend oneself, while Silat is an element that connects movement and thought. After understanding the meaning of Pencak Silat, you also need to know its elements, goals, functions, techniques and benefits. The elements contained in Pencak Silat include sports elements, elements of art, martial element, Elements of spiritual and mental education. The element of brotherhood leads to unity. 2. The purpose of Pencak Silat. The aims of Pencak Silat are a place to channel talents and interests for generations who have a hobby of sports, especially martial arts, forming a society of healthy souls, intelligent thinking, high achievers, forming a chivalrous attitude in society and educating them to have the courage to defend truth and justice, high discipline and inner and outer responsibility, encourage and mobilize the community to better understand and appreciate directly the essence and benefits of Pencak Silat sports as a necessity of life. Educate the younger generation so that they do not fall into promiscuity and use of illegal drugs. If viewed from an artistic perspective, in Pencak Silat movements there is harmony and balance between Warama, Warasa, and Warada, or harmony of rhythm, presentation of technique, and appreciation. The function of Pencak Silat is for self-defense. Meanwhile, if viewed from a martial arts perspective, Pencak Silat uses all parts of the body, from the tips of the fingers, toes to the head, using weapons or without using weapons. The function of Pencak Silat for education. Meanwhile, from an educational perspective, Pencak Silat provides the ability, skills and stability to defend oneself against threats of danger, both from within and without, as well as to ensure harmony with the natural surroundings. Horse stance. It is a basic stance and starting stance in Pencak Silat where a certain foot position is used as the basis for carrying out defensive stances and movements. Post attitude. Next is the installation attitude. This attitude is a readiness to carry out defense or attack in a pattern and is carried out at the beginning and end of a series of movements. Parry stance. The parrying stance is useful for blocking or avoiding an opponent's attack. There are several parrying stances in Pencak Silat, such as upper parry, middle parry, and outer parry. Avoidance in Pencak Silat. Next is the avoidance attitude. Of course it functions to avoid the opponent's attacks so as not to suffer damage. Strikes in Pencak Silat. In Pencak Silat, punches are performed using bare hands as a component. All punching techniques contained in this martial art may be used to attack parts of the opponent's body that are authorized to be attacked in an effort to gain points.